Hi everybody, my name is Jessica and I'm here to talk to you about myasthenia gravis. I'd like to start off by thanking Yaz and her partners for picking this disease to talk about today, as it is a rare disorder and bringing more awareness about it is an awesome thing. So we'll start off with our first question, which is, when did I first notice symptoms? Well, I was originally diagnosed in 2011 with generalized MG, but my symptoms did start about 8 years prior to that. Um, with generalized MG and the symptoms starting in the arms and the legs, which is only about 20% of the cases, it can be a bit more difficult for doctors to figure out exactly what is going on. So the next question is how did the doctors go about diagnosing my disease? Well, I did have the lab work done to check for the known antibodies for MG. I was negative for the acetylcholine receptor antibody and the anti-MuSK antibody. So in my case, I am considered to be a seronegative myasthenic. After that, I did have the EMG, repetitive nerve stimulation test. Those results were consistent with myasthenia. And I did have the single fiber EMG, which showed the same results as the EMG. Next question is, does MG impact your quality of life, and if so, how? Myasthenia does impact every aspect of your life, and it's because of that easy muscle weakness, fatigue, lack of stamina. Before MG, and like most of you, you don't have to think about a lot of the basic things of your day. We just get up and do them. So your alarm goes off and you can normally just run into the shower, do what you need to do, get dressed, run out the door, and spend your entire day running around or doing whatever you want and not think about it. You may come home in the evening exhausted from your day, but you did it and you were able to do it. With a myasthenic, though, you're limited to how much energy you have in any day. And when I say energy, I mean muscle strength. That's the energy. It's difficult to try to describe that to you, but with myasthenia, you can no longer just wake up in the morning and say, okay, well, I'm going to take a shower and then I'm going to go to work or go to school or run to the store or clean my house, go do some errands. You have to think about everything that you do and how much you're doing in that day, and then allow for rest periods in between these things so that you can recharge. There's something called a spoon theory, and it's a story that was written by somebody with a chronic illness that kind of can help give you a visual of this concept of how you plan and what you do and how much energy you have. And I'm going to share that with you just to hopefully so that you can get a sense of what I'm talking about and what people with not only myasthenia but people with a chronic illness may have to deal with. I'll try to make it as clear as possible and as short as possible. But like I said, it's called a spoon theory. And how this works is say that on any given day in life, you are given 10 spoons. And I want you to think of these spoons as each of them being a energy cell. You know, this is what you have to spend for your day with what activities you would like to do with that day. So in my case with myasthenia, when I wake up in the morning, if I'm feeling pretty good and I feel like I can get some things done that day, I first have to decide if I'm able to take a shower, blow dry my hair, put on my makeup, shave, lotion, deodorants, get my clothes on. I have to decide if I have that energy. And if it feels like a good day and I don't have a lot I need to do, then this is a good day for that shower. But for me, with myasthenia, and because of the effort it takes with moving the arms and standing on the legs and lifting the arms and doing all this, it takes a lot of energy. So I have my 10 spoons that have been allotted to me. It's shower day. It's a big day, a lot of energy. So for me, I would say that at least 3 of my spoons are going to be used for my shower alone. So we'll put those away. So now I'm left with 7 spoons, energy cells, to last me throughout the day, and then decide how I'm going to spin these spoons. So after I take my shower and I get all ready, it's time to eat breakfast. So we have to cook, eat, which takes those swallowing muscles, and then clean up. So that may take 2 of my spoons. So now, let's say it's 9 in the morning, and I have 5 spoons left to do what I need to do for the rest of the day. Well, it just so happens I have a doctor's appointment later this afternoon. So normally we wouldn't have to think about getting in the car, driving down to the office, but that itself takes energy. You may think sitting in a car wouldn't take much, but it does. You're having to keep your body upright. You're having to hold your head upright, which uses all these neck muscles, turning your head around, keeping that head upright. It may not take long for those muscles to fatigue. For some people, it could be a few minutes. Some people, it could be 15 or 30 minutes, but they'll start feeling this fatigue. You're also having to keep your arms and hands up on that steering wheel and move it up. That takes effort. That takes muscles. So they begin to fatigue. Your feet, your legs, gas pedal, brake, if you're shifting, all that takes that lower body muscles, which could fatigue you. So by the time you get to the office, you may already be pretty worn out. Now you got to wait in the lobby. Again, you're sitting in a chair, yes, but you're having to hold yourself upright. So let's say 15-20 minute wait, which is pretty good at a doctor's office. Now you get into the room, you chit-chat, you talk, you leave, you check out. Now you got to do your drive home. And again, you're still using all these type of muscles to keep you upright and moving. And then if people have ocular issues, then they're going to have their eyelids and whatnot that they're dealing with from being fatigued for keeping it open. So I'm going to say that whole event was a big event, and I'm going to use 3 spoons just for going to the doctor that day. So now it's like 1 o'clock, and I've got 2 spoons left. What do I do with these 2 little spoons? Well, the carpet could be a mess. It needs to be vacuumed, but that's probably a 3-spooner, which would leave me nothing after that. Maybe I need to do some laundry. That's probably at least a 2-spooner too. So I probably won't want to use my 2 spoons if I still, got the rest of the day to go. There's dinner to cook maybe. Maybe someone's coming over to visit. That's going to take some effort with the talking and the sitting up. But, you have to eat. Everybody's got to eat. And then you have to do cleanup. Well, I'm going to have to give my 2 spoons just for dinner, which left absolutely nothing for anything else. That didn't leave me anything to vacuum the floor. It didn't leave me any activities to do much of anything. If you have a really big day planned coming, say you have a really special event, you've got family and friends coming over and you're going to spend the day doing a cookout or going to the beach, that is a huge effort. So if you have those 10 spoons, it may take your 10 spoons just to do that one event. And it can just be a few hours, but you spin them. But sometimes we choose to do that just so we can have some fun and enjoy those that we care about.